c3 is maybe more his style. Just leaving the pawn on c3 to protect the d pawn. But boy, c4 looks attractive. c4 does look attractive in this moment. But he has played queen a3. Amazing. It's like reading his mind. Now we've got his DNA, personality profile. We do therapy with the kid. You know, c4 was right, but he just played queen a3, just totally being true to himself. Amazing how the strength of your personality affects the decisions you make in chess. Well, now Black really needs to somehow try to take advantage of this move, but I'm not quite sure how. If he can prevent c4 now and into the future, it would be nice, but how does he deal with that? And also the threat to his pawn is a potential threat. Black always has to move rook a8, queen c7, and maybe take on a2.
I think Black should play knight e4, attacking this bishop, and after the bishop goes away, maybe knight d6, and this pawn is untouchable because queen will be trapped. So,
but playable there after your knight e4, is it bishop e5, maybe a little question, although you could still think about bishop a6
or knight
d6 right away. Yeah, I like clamping down on this c4 square. So that would be pretty sophisticated. That's high level GM play though. Let's be clear. If he finds knight e4, knight d6, start being scared about the US Championship now, Gregory. Because this kid's gonna join you. Whoa, well, and here he goes. Knight e4 has been played, aggressing this bishop. And the maneuver we're looking at, knight d6, would be extremely strong. Remember, we're trying to clamp down on this square and also guard this pawn. If the bishop drops back, knight to d6, you can't take because your queen is trapped. If he finds that maneuver, we will be highly impressed. If the bishop takes the knight, Black is probably comfortable with that change in the position, right?
After rook a8, your queen is going to be
trapped if you have that a pawn. So don't chase the a pawn down. The only thing though, Gregory, is after knight takes, if I play bishop takes d6, what do you play?
Queen takes d6, fine. The two can play c4 because I'm in a pawn on c4.
But if you play pawn takes though, and I play c4 and you take, and I take with my bishop, then you take here, I can take on a7. Alright, so that's just a dead draw, right? So knight d6, bishop takes knight, queen takes would be the right move. And now, I don't know about these positions are interesting. Anyway, Jonathan has a lot to think about now after this move knight to e4. He's got 13-36.
This is maybe the best game for this time situation. The best time. Out of all games. So, only two needs to find which is not a good deal.
Indeed. If I were him, I'd probably not put the bishop on h2. I think I'd put it back on f4. That's a good one, right? Just keep it active on that square and recontrol this diagonal and then see what happens next. But this time is beginning to tick. And this move, Gregory, this knight e4, is the first move by Black that has really created an incursion on the other half of the board. We did see knight takes on c3, but this knight on e4 is a different kind of piece. It has entered into the other side and it's hitting the pawn, the bishop on g3, the pawn on c3. And it's the kind of piece that gives you a little discomfort. You don't know what it might do. Maybe it'll drop back to d6, or maybe it'll just stay there and annoy you for a while. So definitely a moment for White to feel a little bit of discomfort, just a little bit. Not serious, but just a little bit with this knight coming in onto the side.
Jonathan has a counter-attacking move. You can play bishop a6. But again, the question is, will he do that? Because it's, again, invite some complications, some style is to avoid those complications. But the move itself looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Bishop A6, the rook has some few squares to go to. It doesn't want to go back in the corner, and C6 looks like a weird spot to place your rook because it could be attacked various ways with a knight, maybe with a bishop at some point. So I'm liking this move. International master and 4 times women's champion Irina Krush is observing our game, so we'd love to hear your thoughts.
Bishop takes C8. Okay, that's Ray Rose. No, that's absolutely correct. So, black, and maybe that's type of thing which he's afraid of. Yeah. He doesn't like those complications.
Yeah. Well, it's a long variation.
But basically what Irina is saying that Bishop A6 is risky because black can sacrifice exchange temporarily. Okay. And Jonathan is not kind of guy who takes any risk. He always plays the safest move. So the key is how do you play safe moves and avoid total passivity. And unfortunately, in majority of cases, those two go hand by hand together. So, and up to a certain point, he plays passively. But the funny part is that when he gets into really bad chance trouble, and he has to play instantly to start playing better. But when he has time, like all kinds of fears and doubts keep creeping into his mind when he plays those passive moves.
So, but you know, considering Irina's variation, bishop back or to f4 seems entirely reasonable.
But f4 would be better than
f4 would be better, yes. f4 would be better for sure. And now he's thinking about bishop to a6 again. Even after knight to d6, bishop a6 starts to pop in as a sharp possibility to keep the position going. This pawn on a7 won't be able to move, and you know, he's still got some shots. The rook opens on the e file, adds a little pressure. So a solid move. Better was f4, but still, he still has the c4 idea back on tap. And so I think that White's got some play. We're not clear on what's happening yet, for sure. And the clocks, the only thing here is this 10-minute, 45-second time situation for White, which he's proven himself to be so brilliant at blitz that I don't even know if it matters. You know, he somehow just hypnotizes his opponents into getting into time pressure with him. This opponent is at 1440 and counting, trying to keep that edge. What exactly does Black do here? It's not entirely clear that Black has any obvious moves that get anything going. I mean, White has a wall in the middle, and it's not so easy to prove anything. And this queen on a3 is still eyeballing 2 pawns with threats. Bishop d3, bishop a6, you know, and this bishop is lurking on h2.
Could Elijah Spratt and Will Folk of the K33 Open please come to the podium? Elijah Spratt and Will Folk.
One advantage of not putting your bishop on f4 is that it's hiding on h2, right? And often you could blunder something. You might put a rook on c7 and just lose your rook because the bishop is hiding, especially in time pressure. That bishop is hiding back here, just waiting for you to make some ridiculous move on the diagonal. And that, I can guarantee you, I'm telling you, because it happened many times. I've seen it happen. This lurking bishop. The only problem that we've experienced as well with this bishop is that sometimes it causes checkmate to happen to you because your bishop is sitting on h2. But I know these are all fantasies, and blitz fantasies and games long past that I've seen happen. It's like White's position is solid, Black's position is solid. There's an interesting pawn formation. He has played the move knight to d6.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So you find a good positional move. So, because for an active player who always goes forward, to find this kind of move when you go backwards and regroup. It's not easy. So, but you find this move. Took him a couple of minutes. Could probably play faster, but chill. Better late than never.
All right, so the question now becomes, if bishop a6, should black just ignore it, but bishop takes a 3, sacrifice in exchange? Doesn't seem like a lot, but it seems interesting. Going along Irina's lines, bishop to a6, maybe just ignore the attack on the rook, because after bishop takes rook, queen takes, and when you take back with the pawn, your queen position is bad. This queen can come and take on h3. I don't know. The knight might have to get killed, and I think white will probably survive that position, but it's all
I can't imagine Jonathan playing bishop a6.
Right, again, the psychology of the move. Right. Yeah, and the person.
Yeah. I think more likely we'll play move like knight e5. Move like knight e5. Something like that.
That's a very sensible move, in fact. But not necessarily threatening anything.
I mean, kind of move in this style.
Yes. Yeah, I would guess that over bishop a6 at this point, if I had to give the odds.
Bishop takes e6 would be another move which I could expect from him as well. Not necessarily it's a good move, but he probably considers move like this as well.
Indeed, but what's the deal with the clock? We've been sitting here talking about all his options, and he's taking his time, which means I bet you he's under 9 minutes now. You know, and
probably 2 minutes on this.
Probably 2 minutes already, and he's going to be in a lot of troubles if he doesn't move. And guess what?
He does play
bishop a6. In this moment, a very sharp move, going for it in this moment, and now some interesting decisions to be made right at the board, and both players under heavy pressure. This feels like a heavyweight fight. This feels like two very good youngsters going at it, playing chess, asking great questions, giving us food for thought. We're not entirely clear on what's going on. And now very quickly, rook c7 has been played by Patel. And now maybe knight e5, he gets to play very quickly as well. He should do, and game goes on. Very interesting position indeed.
Oh, white has rook check c7 idea.
Look at that, the lurking bishop. Wow. The lurking bishop takes, and then takes. But white has to worry though, Gregory. No, about F3 is still hanging, and even in that variation, but you're right. There is a tactical idea that might seem enticing. Rook takes pawn, right? Now this knight has lost its legs, and after rook takes, then bishop takes, attacking this rook. Maybe he never has to worry about it, about this knight on F3. What do you think?
No, rook e6, bishop takes f8,
bishop takes f8, and then he can't get back to this guy.
Yeah.
Very good point. So rook takes e7,
doesn't quite
looks sexy, looks interesting. And Irina, what do you have to say about this calculation? So you want to switch to positional questions. And
he played knight d2.
And he's dropped back and played knight d2. And now, let's look at that clock. As we said, he spent a lot of time invested in this, and now he's at 7:31. So he's going to be going solid 5 minutes very soon, while black has 11:51. Black just needs to make a nice solid move here and force white to move yet again. But what exactly is that move to play? Irina wants to play b5. Aren't you worried about bishop takes d6? And mate threats on this side. Very interesting line. So b5,